off. Let me. That's a good Pilsner right there. All right. We're hot. We're live.
Nice.
Is 32, I believe, here. Episode 32. Yeah. Just got a notification here. Yep, 32 is what it says. Yeah.
Good.
And right now, when I open up my phone and unlock it, it is showing me a map of southeastern Pennsylvania. And let's not waste any time. Tanner, how was Hershey Park?
Didn't have enough time to go to Hershey Park. I was.
We went to Bed Bath Beyond. We just don't. I don't know if we'll have enough time.
There was not enough time. Let me tell you, especially with my dad driving. He almost killed us a few times out on the road trying to get places.
That'll happen when you're trying to avoid Amish buggies out there.
I mean, just shit drivers and not knowing where you're going. The guy doesn't like to pay attention to the road. It's just.
He's just chatting up a storm. I remember in 82.
He's just like, look at all this over there. Look at that. It's just like, hey, how about you pay attention where we're fucking going?
Another hill. Look at that. Amazing. Well, you were showing me some videos, and quite frankly, quite James Frankly, which one is it? Is it jealous or envious? Is it jealous where you wish you could have something that someone else has, and envious is you wish they didn't have it? There's a difference there.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm very happy that you went to go and experience that, going to State College.
Yeah. And
witnessing the Oregon Penn State game and all the festivities.
I mean, yeah, it's a trek out there.
Oh.
Like there's a reason why, like I talked to multiple people. They're like, yeah, you guys traveled really well, especially if we're coming across the country.
Well,
like
they only gave you 20 seats in that place. Like
it was, and also like it's not easy to get out here. People don't like going all the way out there. So, it was cool to see the amount of Oregon the fans that made it out that way. 'Cause it's deep. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You showed me a picture that you were tailgating next to silos, like farm silos.
Oh, it is like you going around the freeway. There's nothing around you. All of a sudden you see like Beaver Stadium come up on your left, and then you take this exit.
You're like, there's no way it's here.
Yeah, I was like, what? You wrap around, and then all of a sudden we are in just farmland, farms, just. Then you go probably about 3 miles of RVs, just straight RVs that have been there since Thursday, and people parked out everywhere. Like I get there, and we got there at 8:30 on a Saturday. Games at 7:30, and
like you got to the tailgates, like the grounds.
Yes, at 8:30, and it is bumping. Already at 8:30 in the morning, game's not till 7:30.
I'm gonna highly doubt that the controlling parties of Autzen and Gene are listening to this podcast, but if they are, they need to very much change the rules about how early you can get to the
No, they are there's people that were out there that I talked to, they've been there camped out since Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Getting ready for this. They couldn't have been more pumped to have a night game that wasn't Minnesota or that meant something.
Yeah.
And like I said in that video, everyone, Joe Pa, they were all about they were like all trying to like align. Oh, he had 409 wins, and this is the 409th game in Beaver Stadium. It's going to be a great night, you know.
The spin job in the video.
Oh
yeah. I was like, well, all right. That's definitely a choice.
They were awesome hosts, though. Those guys were
gracious.
They were so nice. They do it big. There was not a shortage of any food. Like at one point, like they had pizzas out there. They had a crazy amount of things, and then some guy started making a seafood boil. They
don't even have seafood there.
It was in the
middle of Pennsylvania.
I know, it was the most crazy thing. But we walked down to campus for game day,
Oh, God damn it. So I found out it is envy that I have right now.
Okay.
Jealousy is a feeling that has to do with something that you have that is being threatened by a third party. Envy is a feeling that occurs when you don't have something that another person has.
Yeah.
You having that experience, I am envious of you, but I would not want to take it away from you at all.
Yeah, I walked down the campus before I hit game day, stopped at the creamery, that Berkey creamery that's supposed to be like,
just get some cheese or something.
It was at like 10 a.m. I was eating ice cream, but they were like, if you wait too long, this line's going to be like wrapped around the corner. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Hey, I had a Reese's peanut butter cup at 9:30 this morning. Okay. So.
Hey, I'm telling you, this ice cream was legit though. It was so good. So that I had to experience that. Walk down the game day. This campus is huge. It makes U of O's campus look like a little tiny place, and especially they call it their West College Street, and there's just so many shops, places to eat.
I'm looking at a map right now. Yeah, that's pretty sprawled out. I see they do have a Raising Cane's there, so I'm already envious of their campus because they have a Raising Cane's, and U of O does.
It was really nice though. I mean, they got nothing else out there but that.
Hershey Park's not too far away. Just to remind everybody.
People were coming up to me trying to get me to I was trying to pace myself through the day because I was like, I'm gonna remember this game. I'm not gonna start drinking forever. So I stayed pretty steady at that. And there's like an older woman who asked our group to come over and take a shot with her.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like 68 years old, she said.
Well, yeah, she's a grandma. You're not going to tell grandma no.
And grandma goes, yeah, I'm probably going to take 30 shots by the end of the day.
Stop.
I was like, are you serious?
No,
like,
she's not.
Grandma is going to pass out.
That is so hyperbolic.
One of the
grandma's not making it to game time.
One of the people in our group remembered to stop back by there before we went into the stadium. And grandma made it to 17.
Was it like It's Always Sunny? She's got the t-shirt on that you just mark every drink, the Wade Boggs over here.
It wasn't that extreme, but she said that she told him that she only made it to 17 and was still doing well.
What a rookie.
17 shots deep going into the game. But it was inside. We had to go in at about 6. Like hour and a half before the game, so we didn't get stuck in a huge line getting into the stadium.
Dude, they got like golf courses right next to the campus.
I will say one thing, their student section was completely filled all the way an hour before the game. Their student section also stretched the whole entire end zone that also stretched to the top, like one of the top parts of the stadium all the way to the following left. It was the biggest student section I've ever seen. Like, no wonder. And those guys get there right when it opens, sprint down there, in there, and they are sitting there. They do not leave the whole entire game. They are sitting there. I don't know if they're pissing their pants or what, but they do not leave. Those people are there the whole time. And it really made you like,
it was an eye-opening experience. Like, man, I thought we
like
pretty
we cared.
Hard. Like, yeah.
I will say,
traveling does that. Traveling the nation, it opens your eyes to experiences, and you realize like, oh man, I thought it was like this over here, and I thought we had it good over here, and then you have these chances to witness other stadiums and cultures. Essentially, I've never seen so many people in one place. Like, it was just filled. Like, I couldn't believe it. I believe it. I mean, 111,000.
It was easily the biggest stadium I've ever been in my life. I took an escalator to my spot, to my seat, like up to my row. They had escalators in the stadium. And
that's what one of the most amazing parts. They have escalators,
dude. Like, what other place? You usually have to walk upstairs or ramps or something. Like, it's so big you need escalators.
Did you go to the Penn State meat laboratory? I'm seeing that on the map here.
I didn't find the meat laboratory, no, but as you'd know, I probably wouldn't stop there anyway.
Yeah. Grilled cheese laboratory would have been there all day long.
But I was like, we got in there, plenty of time. I will say the bit, like what I was thinking of is Autzen in itself is like, that is like complete hell. Like that's what I would say to play in. Like it's hell. Like it's loud. It has its own thing, but this is like pageantry, like movie, like that's cinema.
That's what I've been reading. Like there was someone on Reddit that put it in a really good way. They're like, playing at Penn State in a whiteout, like that's like Rudy. Playing at Autzen Stadium is like Saw.
Yeah. That is like, it's like,
and obviously we've never played in either of those stadiums, those environments, but like it's just like I gotta find the quote. I'll read it to you because it was just like it illustrated perfectly, like you said, like the pageantry, the tradition, like the almost like awe-inspiring aspect of
it was just
all
like
of it is like, oh my God. Whereas Autzen is just like, oh my God, just kill me now, please.
Yeah. And just see it on a whiteout, I think that's like also different than what probably most games are. But it just looked so crazy around the stadium.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in unison with their damn pom-poms and everything. We did have like, I had some guy sitting next to me. He was wearing an Oregon shirt, but he was rooting for Penn State. And I talked to him. I was like,
you're like, hey bud, what's your
deal?
deal?
Like, yeah, that's what I was like. So are you rooting for Penn State? And he goes, yeah, I'm from Harrisburg. I got tickets at the last second and I had to blend in, like being in this.
As if you cheering for the other team isn't going to make you stick out like a sore thumb in the Oregon section.
So not only did the guy have the most terrible breath I've ever smelled in my life, but
hey bud, why are you? I'm from Harrisburg.
Dude, it was like I was also getting a little pissed off at him, so I had to switch seats with Alyssa, put someone in front, like next to me, because I was trying not to be an asshole the whole time. But I did tell him my biggest thing was like, all right, at some point Drew Aller is going to make a mistake like he always does.
Dude,
I told him, I was like, then at the end of the game, it was like it took a little bit longer than what I thought.
Yeah, it didn't happen in regulation.
Took a little bit longer than what I thought, but he finally did it.
That was just the football gods basically saying, like, listen, Drew Aller hasn't made that mistake yet, so let's send this baby into overtime.
Let's get ready for it. But
that's so fun. I tweeted, when I was doing the Ducks postgame show, I had to look it up because at 5:56 in the first 5:56 p.m. Pacific. So we were still in the first half. I tweeted out, I was like, Drew Aller is going to make a huge mistake at some point. Mark my words. And I think that everybody felt that. Like,
yeah.
He got extremely lucky multiple times. And then sure enough, the last play of the game is when it happened.
Yeah, it was, but it was really loud. I will say it was, they do a big, I don't know if I went back and rewatched the TV copy, but I was able to hear us, like the Oregon fans, like, let's go Ducks, let's go. Like I
heard the Fire Franklin chants.
See, we didn't even hear that. We were going crazy. It was like a party for 10 minutes after the game up top for the Oregon fans. I was hugging people I don't even know. I was so like, I was going absolutely wild. I was doing my normal every single time that Penn State had the ball. I didn't really have a voice the next day.
That's great.
Like it was, and then I went down to the field after, like they didn't let us out there, because they had like security all on lock on there. But I went down there. I saw some person that I was like sitting next to in the plane. Dude, they were down there at that time. I was like, yeah, let's go, brother. Yeah, some old guy.
Bring me 2 straightaway canned cocktails right away.
But it just going from them being pumped to just absolute silence in there.
Oh, dude.
And then us just,
that's so
going crazy. Like it was,
that is
unbelievable.
I can't tell you how stoked I am for you and your family and to experience that live, because
it was one of the, I don't know if I'll ever experience anything like that again.
Man.
It was easily top that in the Ohio State game, just because that was so, but
getting that back-to-back years,
biggest, the like almost like same weeks close, you know?
Yeah.
But it was something I'll definitely never forget, and it was a different experience, you know, and it was, I was going to say like it was going to be an amazing experience even if we did drop it, but the fact that we were able to pull it out in double OT, in the way that we looked, and I was just so impressed with our team, honestly. That's a tough place to go in and play.
Yeah. Let me read this for you real quick, this comment on Reddit that it's basically like poetry here. So someone said, because someone asked, the whole post was like, hey, how loud was Penn State?
Yeah.
You know, asking a couple right after the game. And someone was like, seeing it on TV, I think I learned to appreciate how they have very different kinds of vibes. The whiteout seemed like a movie, like one of those big sports dramas. And this is the big game. It's that sort of overwhelming emotional intimidation.
It's something I've never experienced.
Very cinematic. Autzen Stadium is a torture device. If Happy Valley is Rudy, Autzen Stadium is Saw. There is no magic. There is no pageantry. There is just a constant ear-shatting drone for 3 straight hours. Penn State fans want to overwhelm you with emotion. Oregon fans are sadists who want to hurt you as badly as possible and will sacrifice their own well-being for a single false start. Penn State has magic, but there is no God in Autzen Stadium. Only
yeah. I mean, that's great.
It was just it was put perfectly. And it, like, I was thinking about it. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. I was thinking about Autzen Stadium, and the only game I'm going to be able to get to is the Wisconsin game. But thinking about games of the past, the game coming up, talking to
Indiana's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Talking to a client recently who had never been to an Oregon game. She went to the Oklahoma State game, and she was like, we were having lunch the other day, and she was just like, I have never seen anything like that before in my life. Like, you could see it in her eyes, like in her face. She was just like,
where's she from?
I'm pretty sure she's from this area, like Vancouver.
Just never went to like a game or anything.
No, but honestly, it, like, whether she had been to sporting events, whatever, that there is nothing like Autzen is just there's something like primal about it.
Yeah,
like, there is a side of me, and I'm sure a lot of people, that just comes out when you are at Autzen Stadium cheering for the Ducks. That it's just like, this isn't me. Like 99% of the year, but for this 1%, this 3.5 hours, I am going to be an absolute fucking insane man.
Yeah, I'm a nutcase out here. I'm losing my voice every time, and I don't give a shit. People can look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm out here helping the team.
Yeah,
you know,
everybody's crazy out here,
and it really just made me like, we need to fucking step up our game
even more. Like, with that being said, we're not doing enough.
Well, like, even just before, like, the dedication they put in of like, fucking get there early. Because a lot of the games I've been to this year, they're like 12:30, like one's the latest that I've been, like, the start time. And we got another 12:30, and like, people are 9 a.m. looking a little sparse out at some places, not necessarily the tailgates around the stadium, but like other places that would normally be there. I need us to get there and be ready by 8. I need us to be
everyone
not
rolling in at 8.
And I need that fucking student section, now that school started this week, to get in there and fucking be in there at least 30 minutes before the game and get it going, get people going, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, the amount that people like care just makes me like, did I grow up in the wrong spot? Like, I should have been doing this.
No,
I should have been doing this like
long time ago.
It's like, and then also I was like, is everyone just rich as fuck out here? Because they have the nicest RVs, everyone. It's like, I couldn't believe how many RV, like, I've never seen. It was like I was at a show, an RV show. And it was like, everyone had the sickest, nicest, like, the RV next to like the tailgate we were at, 89-inch TV hanging off the side of like and he just had like the most insane setup. It was like he almost had like a professional chef in there whipping up everything just out perfect.
They got hibachi grills.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, like
making the onion mountains.
Dude, they had the pizza ovens. They had
the unis on deck.
Oh, better than unis. Like
the full stone.
Oh, stone. Like they're
like putting stickmen.
They got fucking wood in the back, just getting ready to throw another log on for the. It was just insane.
So basically, you're gonna just go to any Oregon game from here on out and just be like, this is kind of mid.
Well, it's just like so hard to like compare now because it's so like it's such a big scale.
Does this make you want to now like go to an away game every year?
Yeah, well, I already did want to now. Like this was my first start of like once we went to the Big Ten and I was like, I'm going to get season tickets. Mm-hmm. Got season tickets. And then after that first year of us going undefeated, I was like, you know what? I want to start going to try to go to a away game every year.
You're
and
like,
then
maybe I buy 2 to 3 home games and then save some money for one away game a year.
Yeah, well, I'm hopefully going to try to save a little bit of money for the away game off to the side with my season ticket.
Look at you.
Hopefully it doesn't get to like
when you building the moat at the house.
Crazy amount of. Well, that's the thing is that like I try to spend my money on the things that I really like, and that's college football. So it's like, all right, well, try to do what I can. You know, I probably should be saving some of that, but. These are experiences I'm not going to have.
Hey, you bought the Rock. All right. You got the lady, the Rock. I mean, the wedding now that is maybe no season tickets that year, but
yeah, it won't be during the season though. Or maybe I need to find like a super inexpensive place.
Just go to the courthouse, pull a wag. Just sign the papers, get it done, get it over with.
This was probably like one of the more. Not even like ticket wise, but expensive just plane wise.
Yeah,
I would say.
Well, yeah, because some flights, man, they just kill me. Where I'm like, I'm going here. Why does it have to cost this much? I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, I looked at going to the Iowa game and the flight to Iowa because there's not very many.
I want to guess. Round trip, $900.
Yeah, like.
I'm going to Iowa. Like, why does it cost this much?
It's insane.
Who wants to go? I thought
it was oh my, like for the ticket for the Iowa game, like for two tickets in a decent spot in there, $400. A place to stay there for the 2 days, $195.
Now, I wonder if that is just because, like, it's I mean,
they don't do many flights out there. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's but also like Dan said, like they're doing the whiteout because of us. Like, are these tickets this expensive because of Oregon's coming out?
Oh, absolutely. But like our tickets aren't even like the tickets are not the problem. It's the flight out there. It's like almost like a grand. That's like to fly to Iowa, and it's like,
Yeah, that's preposterous.
Yeah, good joke right there. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm looking at the away schedule for next year.
Columbus.
Columbus is the big one. You can head over to Boone Pickens Stadium.
Yeah.
You want to go to Oklahoma?
It's just not in a good spot.
Yeah, it's not worth going to. You can go to Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah, that one is actually.
And as you could see from last weekend,
to play.
Champaign, I mean, listen, there's Happy Valley. And then there's Champaign. Okay.
It's not even close.
Ducks aren't coming out of there with a win. All right.
It's not even close.
You go to East Lansing. They're going to Michigan State next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go see Jonathan Smith again.
What's real quickly on that? I don't know if it's Big Ten Media Day. They asked each coach in the Big Ten, like, what's the toughest stadium to play out?
Oh, he said Autzen.
Well, and it's funny because he was like the 10th coach in the video, and like
he's the only one who's been.
A bunch of them were like, Beaver Stadium, Happy Valley, that's tough. And this, like, the look on Jonathan Smith's face when he got to him, just being like Autzen, like just like traumatized, like he was having like Vietnam flashbacks. He was like, Autzen Stadium.
They're like white out Penn State.
I never want to fucking go back there.
It's just, I mean. I wish everyone could have just experience that because it was something like it was crazy.
But you're right, Ohio State next year, as well as in Ohio, in Columbus, and then they have at USC next year. So as far as away games,
pretty mid.
Yeah, Columbus is definitely the ticket.
Yeah, and for some reason the shoe doesn't really make me want to go that bad. I don't know. It is a premier stadium, again, one of the biggest ones.
But who wants to go to Columbus?
But I mean, who wants to go
to State College?
Yeah, I was going to say State College is it's more just the experience of that place, and how big that stadium is. But I mean, I'm sure Columbus has a crazy tailgate too.
Yeah,
I want to go to Madison. I want to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, the experience sounded great. The game, I'm sure, when you're there live. I mean, I was going through it in my place. I can just imagine being in that stadium, just living and dying with every single play, and just I can't imagine.
It was really tough during some of they would do replays of the things they wanted to. They showed the Noah Whittington possible fumble the whole time, but they wouldn't show any of the targeting. When they were going to review for that, they would pick and choose, obviously, when you do of what they wanted to show on the jumbotrons. And so that was kind of tough at times, but there's so many emotions through that game. What was your overall thought on how we looked, though?
I'm not going to go out and say just fantastic. I mean, because listen, that fourth quarter, Penn State won that fourth quarter. Even scoring that touchdown to go up 17-3. But I think that the Ducks, they looked even better than I could have imagined.
Yes.
It was just, the first quarter, it's man, they're looking really good against the run. They're getting pressure on Aller. And it was first half comes in and you're dude, the pressure it's keeping up.
The way we were able to stop the run was eye-opening.
Yeah.
Just especially not only being on the road, but against that offensive line that's supposed to be a top 5.
They returned a lot of guys, not just, Aller and the running backs, but the line.
We talked what happened in the Big Ten championship last year.
Almost 300 yards rushing. Yeah.
It was all right. Well, in the fact that they were having zero success passing the ball.
Even some of the completions outside of the touchdown pass, I will give Aller a slight tip of the cap to that. But a lot of the completions in the first half were just Aller making, quite frankly, lucky completions.
Oh, he almost got sacked a couple times. He's falling one time and
then got it out for a third down.
Yeah, I was oh my God, we should have had him on the ground. It was, our defense is definitely a winner in that one.
Yeah,
that's a tough to go on the road and do that.
Well, that was, also Tosh Lapoy, he needed to have a game like that. Again, the fourth quarter did not go how you wanted to go, but overall, it's a full 4 quarters of football and overtime. Your defense stepped up to the challenge, plain and simple. And again, what they did against the run, making Drew Aller. I thought, dude, you said you went back and watched the TV.
Yeah, I went back and watched the TV copy.
Dude, there were moments where Drew Aller looked like he was about to just pass out and die. He's in the huddle calling a play and he's all right, trips left.
Yeah.
Why blank? He just when you compare him to Dante Moore.
Oh, it was so much different.
Dante Moore is all right, I guess we'll run this
just
play.
So calm.
And Aller looked like he was just shitting himself the entire game.
Yeah.
And he'd make plays. He did his thing from every now and then, and especially in that fourth, but the difference in calm level and poise and composure between those two, it was evident, clear as day. It was wild.
You could tell that Penn State had a lot of pressure on them, being at home,
going
being
into
a wide out, being that they needed, this is their best team. That's all I was hearing around. They were this is our best team since 94, 95.
Wow.
They were this is the year. After the game, one of the guys from the tailgate comes back. He was pretty hammered, but he was like, I'm not fucking stepping in that stadium until James Franklin is fired.
Jesus.
He was like, I am done with this bullshit. He never wins the big game. He was losing it, which I understand, but yeah, you could tell the crowd that was not happy with him not being able, because
it was clear as day on the TV.
It was set up for them to win. Everything was set up for them to win.
Will you be upset with me that in my Saturday morning show I took them to win? Like,
you took Penn State
28-27. And then, like,
were you trying to do the reverse jinx or the jinx right there?
That's possible, but also in retrospect, I was like, the idea of them scoring 4 touchdowns, like, I was just like, God, I was like, what was I thinking?
Well,
like,
I mean, it could have happened. Like,
I mean, they did score 4.
Well, it took
3 touchdowns,
double overtime, but yeah. I also thought that DeCorian Moore had a pretty good game. He made the catches he needed to do. Yeah.
That third down where Dante booted out right and then had it and just like floated into Moore, and he just like snagged it with his fingertips and just
strong hands,
held it there, for
not putting it close to his body for AJ Harris to knock out. Like, that was for a freshman, that's a big time play, and I mean, really smart too. But I think the biggest thing that I noticed up there, I kept yelling it out too. No one wanted to hear it. Well, the people in front of me agreed with me. They were agreeing with me the whole time, but no one could hear me down below. I'm yelling at a video board essentially of like, keep De'Aaron Hill and Jordan Davis in the game.
Keep feeding them.
The guy, I think it was his coming out party, really. Like, I mean,
De'Aaron Hill's?
Like couple, but it's just different when he gets the ball. He sees it different.
I was going to say, not only is his speed like evident, but his vision.
He has really good balance when he gets hit for a small guy.
Yeah.
I was trying to like compare him. Like, he kind of reminds me of like a Jamal Charles / like Gibbs, like mix.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Like the way that he runs, kind of patient still. But like very quick through the hole. He has burst. He just gives us something that we don't have, like, really. And then Jordan Davison is just like elite blocker, like, and then he is like big guy.
Have fun stopping him.
A big guy, but he like is sneaky quick.
What is he, like 6 foot, like 225?
236.
Jesus.
He's almost 240, but he runs way faster than 240, and he's like kind of like sneaky, like
6 foot 236 on his page. Yeah.
In like sneaky in between the tackles. And it's really impressive to watch these guys step up in big moments already. Like,
well, and that's probably a big reason why you saw, like today, Mekhi Hughes is going to use his red shirt and more than likely transfer.
Yep.
You know, like, it's, you know, obviously it'd be silly for him to use his red shirt to just come back and be behind these guys.
And like, I could only see if he would stay. He's like, well, okay, no, Whittington be gone. I think Riggs will transfer and Lamar might transfer.
Yeah.
Like, then I could be 3, or I could lead and those 2 guys could come behind me, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm at this point, again, good luck. And
I just don't think I don't think that's realistic. I think he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Again, I mean, it's a good problem to have for Oregon, right? Like, there's dudes, they're reloading. The last couple of years, it's like, oh, how are they going to replace this? And they do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's just and this is what's been evident at the beginning of the year is the depth. And it just week by week, it just shows itself more and more, the depth.
And I will say Penn State, like they're like the songs they were playing in between are a lot of like copy. Well, I say copy.
They were playing Joker and the Thief.
They play a lot of stuff that is like, other than like,
they were playing
Phil Collins.
They were playing the 7 Nation Army, and
Sweet Caroline was like
I saw that.
Yeah, a big one they were playing.
Sweet Caroline is special to like Eugene. But also like I understand it's a big song in general, but I saw that on the Ducks versus them and I was like, that's just come on. Like,
yeah. Did you watch the Ducks versus them?
I did watch that today.
Yeah. Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Like, they played at Max's in Eugene when they're closing the bar down. And so like, again, like there's a lot of people that hate that fucking song, but it has a special place in my heart because when you close down Max's, it's, they play that. So, but to see them play in the stadium, I'm like,
they're playing at College Game Day too. Everyone was singing out there. Too.
Hey, if there's a backstory with Penn State in that song, then whatever, play it all you want. But yeah, I thought it was kind of weird.
But yeah, it was a good showing from our guys. It was definitely the hardest place we'll have to play this year.
Well, it's no Champaign, that's for sure. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean.
Thank God. I couldn't think of a better college football weekend than to see the Ducks go to Penn State, get a dub.
I got to watch the end of that USC-Illinois game. I watched some of the Washington game.
I mean, Illinois should have won that. I wouldn't say comfortably, but it should have been like in hand for them. And they fumble that ball in the end zone. USC gets it, drives the field. They get it to the 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout. And then immediately score.
They fucked up by immediately scoring.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, hey, let's give, you know how we can't stop anybody on defense and we've given up 30-something points already? Let's give them the ball back with 1:55 left and all 3 timeouts. I'm sure that.
And a good kicker. I think their kicker's pretty good.
I'm sure that's not going to come back and bite us at all. Like, that was poorly managed at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Seeing USC go down to Illinois, and then it took a little bit while for Ohio State to get going, but seeing them hold Washington to just 6 points after I had to listen all week to people saying how great Washington's offense is, and it's good offense. You probably went up against the best defense in the country.
Oh yeah.
I mean, being held to 6 points, understandable, but to see those two things happen along with the Ducks victory, and the night before the Beavs and their collapse on Friday night, that was a pretty solid college football weekend from a Ducks fan perspective.
It was ridiculous. I was trying to watch some of that Beavs game late.
I passed out.
Me and Smith. You passed out. It was 2 a.m. where I was.
That's true. Me and Smitty, we got some golden tea in. Over
he told you.
It was a long night. By the time I got back to the girlfriends, I put it on the TV and I was laying there, and then before I know it, I blink and it's 2 a.m. and I'm waking up on the couch watching the replay somehow. Had some nice tortilla chips and salsa, and then went to bed. Had a nice little 2 a.m. snack. I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm like, well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, as far as like this is probably the least amount of games I've watched all year, just because
I don't blame you.
I was very busy.
Kind of preoccupied there.
I tell you, like after the game, we went and drank more beer out in the parking lot.
Oh yeah,
me and a Penn State guy were laughing over some guy in a truck who was in the same spot for an hour and a half. He didn't move, and we went over and brought brownies to him. Told him to roll down his window, brought some brownies, brought some snacks over to him.
So it sounds like it was a pretty cordial group of people over there.
Oh, it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were so nice. Like, I couldn't have asked for. I mean, you have 111,000. You'll get a couple of those. Like, we were getting quacked at. I don't know if that mean like before the game. Like, is that we were trying to figure out if that was like
is that an endearing thing?
Yeah. Or? Is that like should I give them the rawr, like that they kept fucking doing to like in the stadium or what? That was bothering the hell out of me. But I was like, do we do that back to them? Like, I don't know what that really means.
Is that like a sign of like I respect you here, so I'm gonna quack at you? Like, what is this?
It's duck season,
dude. There's so many burgs in Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. There's Harrisburg. There's Mechanicsburg. There's
Mechanicsburg is where one of our people were staying that went with us down there. I was like Mechanicsburg,
Dillsburg, Shippensburg, Chambersburg. I mean, there's so many burgs, towns, and just that's Shrewsbury. God, it's like seems like they only have 5 ways to end there. East Petersburg. Oh, there's a town called Intercourse out there. Nice. Hot. Spent some time there, did you? Huh?
I wish.
Akron. I'm familiar with Akron. Shout out to Grandma Judy. Rest in peace. But yeah, I don't blame you for not watching a lot of college football.
I caught some of the tailgate, some of that BYU Colorado after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going on.
What's that like watching football that late at night?
It sucks. It's crazy. Like I hate because like the games didn't. It was so weird because I'm so used to games starting at 9 a.m. like on Saturday.
You had to wait till noon.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Good thing I was like busy.
I feel like we brought this up last week where it was just like West Coast is just so ideal.
But college game day didn't start till 9 a.m. when it usually starts at 6 a.m.
Which is like. But there's something, and this goes back to the Autzen factor, like, and just the Oregon factor. I was thinking about it, I was like, imagine just like there's something about, let's start with game day, like 6 a.m. It's the middle of October. It's possibly raining. It's pitch black.
At least in the morning time.
Yeah, it's pitch black. Like there's just something about that image where it's just like, where the fuck are you guys?
Yeah.
Like, are you in Antarctica? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Why is it so dark? Alaska?
Yeah, what the hell? And then I was thinking about it from, like, when I read that part about the Autzen Stadium just being a torture chamber. Like, I'm sure there are times when teams fly in to Portland, Eugene, whatever, and they come in and they're just like, where the fuck are we? Like, it's gray. It's cold, it's raining, and then they get to the stadium and they're playing the game, and it's just people yelling "oh" for 3.5 hours, and they're like, "Get me out of here immediately!"
Yeah.
I fucking hate it here. Like, it's like I could totally see it from the outside perspective. People just being like, "This fucking sucks," especially players. Like, this is not fun.
I had people be like, "Oh, this is not that big of a stadium. We should be fine. Like, it's not gonna be bad."
Like, just wait.
Yeah, okay.
You just hold on.
Yeah.
There's this thing called acoustics, brother.
Yeah. I was watching that Washington Ohio State game, and I just saw how much red was in that stadium.
That is absolutely disgusting. Like, one, kind of hilarious, but there was multiple times where they showed the blimp view or whatever. That was compared to the Oregon Ohio State game last year. Yeah, there was a good smattering of red throughout Autzen Stadium, but it was not even close.
It's just like, why are we selling the tickets?
Oh my God.
We're like, and that's what I'm hoping we don't do for Indiana.
No,
like,
it will not.
Please do not, if you're a Duck fan, do not sell your ticket to an Indiana fan. Like, please do not do that. Like, I understand they're going to travel. All right. They want to come here and watch a game.
Indiana doesn't have any fans.
You wouldn't think so. You watch that game against Illinois, and they showed out.
Yeah,
like now that they have a good team, that's a good fan base. If you have a team to root for,
I hope that's game day, man. I hope that's ESPN game day, because the Red River rivalry is happening that weekend. You notice how I had to enunciate that.
That's probably going to be it.
They can see. My argument is they can do that any other year.
I just don't know if they will do like a week in between and then do another Oregon game. I understand they're not going to like Oregon again.
I just think how that Oregon Indiana game is shaping up to be a top 10 matchup, and you have the brand of Oregon, obviously, but you have Indiana as a top 10 team with Kurt Signetti being as fucking crazy as he, like, it is something as a entertainment broadcast perspective for College Game Day, where you are able to talk about something else beside, like, everybody knows, like, okay, it's Red River rivalry. Mateer might not even be playing.
He will.
I don't know if he will.
You see him passing at practice already?
That's great. Remember when Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles and was passing in practice? And how?
No, I know, but they did this surgery to make sure he was back by then.
I just feel that the Oregon Indiana game is such a unique game that it's like, let's do this because we won't be able to do this maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, Spaghetti could be fucking gone after this year. And Indiana then goes back to just being Indiana.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm definitely.
Well, you're going to be wearing Indiana red that game. I know you will.
No.
You're going to have a split jersey, like you're a parent, like half Oregon.
I'm going to be loving being able to see him across the field, though. Like, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see him absolutely rip into someone when they just get blown by. Like, I'm excited for the game already. I'm just pissed. I understand it's good to have a bye week, but these bye weeks, you're like, God damn.
Hey, it's a work week. All right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is work week.
All right, there are no bye weeks. Okay.
Rest week, recover, all of that.
Get right back to it, baby. Get right back to it.
But I'm seeing a lot of like, I don't know if you're thought the same way about this Ducks team, is like, I don't want it to remind me of like last year's team as far as like starting out super hot, like looking good throughout the regular season.
I mean, this is like,
and then like peaking too early. So like, I'm trying to like say like, hey, we got a young team. We're going to keep growing. Like, we got to keep growing throughout the season and not get too high on what we're at, because other teams are going to get better throughout the season. We're looking good early, but
I think this bye week timed out perfectly. Like, it's just like, all right, that was a very emotional victory in time that, like, we see it all the time. Like, you have to then get yourself down from that to get yourself ready for the next opponent in 7 days. Like, that can just be emotionally, mentally tough for a team. And so I think having the week to reset and refocus, and also just go directly into another big game. Like, you're not going into taking on fucking Michigan State or
you're
Minnesota,
not going immediately to Rutgers,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like, it's like, this is, I think that how this schedule is playing out, going from a big game to another big game with a bye in between, like, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because if you go and welcome Indiana in and you take care of business there, you go through the rest of your schedules, like, we can fucking do anything, guys. Like, give yourselves the confidence that no matter the environment, no matter the team, we can take care of business. And if there's one person that you got to have faith in to be able to get yourself ready for any opponent, no matter how good or bad they are, it's Lanning. Like, that guy, and it's easier said than done as a coach, and just, from the outside perspective, is trying to get 100 guys motivated for Minnesota on Friday night. Like,
if there's anyone that can do it, he can. He finds something every week that is just like, all right, he's got the guys believing in whatever he's selling.
To find the perspective and just to find that angle every week is tough, but he does it. Like, he figures out something. Like, it's almost like that Michael Jordan, like, you said what? And it's like, no, I didn't say anything. It's like, no, I heard what you said. I took that personally. And it's like, I didn't say anything. It's like, no, I heard it. Like, she's like, Jesus Christ. Like, you are a fucking psycho, dude. And I just, again, I think that's a tough task to do, but he does a great job at it. So
the death by 1,000 cuts was pretty good.
That was great
to bring into. And then him in the locker room was saying, like, the whiteout is our canvas.
Yeah. And we're going to paint a masterpiece.
We're going to fucking paint a masterpiece.
He's just sitting in bed every night, like, just laying there at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like, okay. All right. Ooh, let me write that one down.
Yeah. Let me remember that one.
Okay. I like that. Oh God. Yeah. No, I'm stoked for the rest of the season, man. I obviously stoked for Indiana. Like, in retrospect, I wish that was the game I was going to, but I still think the Wisconsin Grateful Dead night is going to be fucking awesome.
Any game will be good.
Something tells me they're going to try and put that game at night at like 4:30.
I know.
Like, give it like a nighttime vibe for
like
that.
Make 5.
Make it like a party, rather than, let's wake up early and have a 12:30 kickoff.
And I think it's just that also that Wisconsin's just not very good. Like,
Luke Fickell might not even be coaching that team by the time
I know. They might not have a team. They're pretty hurt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But hey, I'm down to get a ticket for an ass kicking. That's always fun at Autzen.
See some points scored, hopefully.
Yeah. But I mean, outside of the Oregon Penn State, I mean, rightfully so. We spent a lot of time on that because that's just, it's one of the biggest games, like you said, you'll ever experience.
Yeah.
And just, one of the best games that we have seen this whole
so
year.
Fresh.
It was so great.
It was.
But there was a good little shakeup in college football. There was, Penn State lost, LSU lost to Ole Miss, and I know
I called that one.
And not to take away from you calling that, Ole Miss was favored.
Yeah,
they were like 5.5 point favorites.
Yeah, that was also weird about that.
So like, while they were the lower ranked team, they were the favorites in that. And one of the best names in college football, Trinidad Chambliss, just balling out. Like,
is he gonna totally take over the starting spot? Like, no problems,
dude. I mean, if you got two quarterbacks, you have none. So Ole Miss might be in trouble at this
He's
point,
winning
honestly.
games, so you got to kind of keep the hot hand.
And he's looked good. It's not like they're winning games and he's throwing for a $105. Like, he looked good against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss's offense still looks disgusting. In a bad way. But
I wish I would have saw that Alabama Georgia game.
I didn't pay 1 second of attention. Obviously, you didn't because you were at the stadium watching, but I was so locked in on Oregon Penn State that I would check the score.
It was so stupid they had them at the same time.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, but Ty Simpson, man, if college football video games have any indication as to how good a player is going to be, that dude is a stud in CFB 25 and 26. That guy is in the Heisman conversation every fucking single year, and he looked great. Alabama should have probably won by a little bit more, considering that he had a bomb to Ryan Williams that Ryan Williams dropped.
Dude, it was right in his hands.
You do not see that very often.
That was terrible.
But they still ended up pulling off. But you had the number 3, the number 4, the number 5, and the number 8 team all lose this weekend.
Yeah.
Because Florida State losing on Friday. So, there was a major shakeup in the top 10. Texas A&M, they got played really tough by Auburn.
I was really shocked when I saw that score. I was like, what?
I was too. I don't know what happened. Kind of seems like Marcel Reed for A&M is just kind of like, dude, if you can shut him down running the ball and being, a threat with his legs, and you force that team to throw, you might have a chance.
I don't know if that's similar to like what Florida State or Virginia, the Florida State game, because I got to see the end of that game. That was a crazy game. But if you stop Castellanos from being able to run around, maybe you got a chance there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And then did you get any eyes on the Iowa-Indiana game?
Well, I saw the spread and how that worked out.
Yeah, that was bizarre. But like, Fernando Mendoza had been so good this year and kind of had a little bit of a pedestrian game. And then I know they were on the road in a tough environment, tough place.
And that's, if you're Dan, like, when you get to
that's
that point,
sleepy spot, it could be.
When you get into that point in the stadium or in the season and you look at that game and you're like, hey, look what happened to Indiana. They went in here and they almost got upset.
Yeah.
Like, do not head into that one thinking like, oh, this is Iowa. They're at that point, I don't know, 5-3, 4-3, whatever, you got to be ready. Cause we want to talk about, like the college football pageantry, emotional aspect of a stadium. Like, Kinnick Stadium's got that.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful there.
The Children's Hospital and everything.
Yeah,
goes on with that.
Yeah, man, I feel like that's that's part of their game plan. They try and let your guard down,
make you feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. At that first score.
Come on.
They're like, it's all a ploy. They're paying those kids up there.
But you don't see games end that way that often, where you got to run all the way back to waste all the time and then
he didn't even have
safety.
To take the safety.
No, he was done. Just go down with the one.
I think the take was in on that one. I think we need
did you see they apologized to everyone after?
Yeah, I think we need an investigation. I think we need an investigation into Indiana football.
Oh,
maybe they forfeit the rest of their season and can't play that game at Autzen on October 11th. You know,
I'm going to the coast this weekend, and I'm gonna stop by Chinook Winds and maybe put in a couple paper tickets. You know what I'm saying? The old sports book.
Can you bet on college at sports books in Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At Chinook, because
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's
maybe
a little college football.
Maybe I pay my sister and brother-in-law a visit over in Willamina so I can go over to Spirit Mountain.
Get down on a little something this weekend, maybe one or two, and just cash on Saturday. We'll see.
Get down on it. Get down on it. Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, those were the big upsets. Well, we almost had two more upsets in the top 25: Tennessee and Georgia Tech. They almost gacked it.
Yeah, the Tennessee one was shocking to me.
I was really pulling for Mississippi State in that game. I got a franchise going with them in CFB, EA Sports. Blake Shapen having an absolutely Heisman year on the video game, so I was pulling for those guys and Fluff Bothwell, all of them, but they just couldn't get it done.
I was trying to look at some of the highlights of that Alabama Georgia game, and from what I've been seeing and reading, that this might be one of Georgia's worst teams in this a few years on the line of scrimmage, just not getting a pass rush.
Yeah. It's not an intimidating Georgia team.
Yeah, it usually is. Gunnar Stockton's not scaring you.
No.
Their weapons. I
mean, Alabama.
Zachariah Branch is really good, but
Alabama, obviously, they did not score in the second half, but in the first half, they got points on 4 out of 5 of their drives.
Yeah, it's that Kalen DeBoer first half bullshit he does, and if you're not ready for it, you get blitzed, and then you can't really recover from that, and it doesn't seem like Georgia has that offensive power to do that, really.
And even with that being said, in the second half, they didn't score any points, but they missed a field goal. They had a drive that went deep into Georgia territory, and they just played the field position game and punted. The last drive of their game was just, let's run out the clock. We don't need to score. Let's just play the clock game and finish this out. So even though they did not score any points in the second half, they still had drives where they were able to get into Georgia territory and just weren't able to finish. They had another drive that finished on 4th down. So what I feel that game was, the score, that game was not as close as the score indicates to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's weirdly enough, that's kind of how I felt about the Oregon game too. That game shouldn't have been that close. I feel like we were dominating that whole game, and then
it was literally
close.
It was a 12.5-minute stretch where Penn State was able to get themselves back in. And I went back and looked at the drive chart, not to switch tangents back to the Oregon game, but that last drive that Penn State had to tie it in the fourth quarter, they converted, I think, 3 third downs and a 4th down on there, maybe even 2 4th downs. I have to go back and look, but there was a lot of conversions on 3rd and 4th down in that final drive where Oregon, it was just like, dude, you guys just need to get one more stop.
Just something.
Just one stop and this game is over. And they just, they couldn't. So, but yeah, that Georgia-Alabama game, Alabama was the better team, and 24-21's the final, but I feel like that should have been a 2-possession win for Alabama. But that's tough place play. Georgia's a good team. They got good players too. So,
yeah, they're a really good team. Yeah. Did you see the spread that came out for the Oregon-Indiana game?
Maybe I glanced at it to begin with, and I saw it somewhere. I'm going to guess that Oregon is obviously favored by 11.5.
That was pretty close.
What are we at now? 10.5. 10.5?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Pretty crazy. I mean, obviously, we get 3 points for being at home. So essentially a neutral field, about 7 points.
Yeah.
Touchdown favorite, which seems
fair. I don't want to get over my skis and overly confident, but Oregon should take care of business. This should be one of those Jimmy's and Joe's type of thing.
I hope, but it's
I think that Indiana doing what to Illinois, yeah, it was impressive, but
I do think there's a levels, to it.
I think there's tiers in this conference, and they are a very, very good tier 2 team
with the really good coaches.
Yes.
And
but when it comes to talent level across the board,
that's just the difference there.
Yes.
Yeah. Will they have some success from time to time? Yeah, they will, because they're a good team. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not expecting to shut them out the whole time. But I think
Signetti's also going to start running his mouth a little bit, and he's going to give Dan.
You think?
Oh yeah, he's going to give Dan in this team.
I think that he's going to be scared to run his mouth.
I don't. Has he ever shown you anything before that indicates he's going to do
that? But I just think that the way that Iowa was getting pressure sometimes, we're going to be able to push a few guys around, I think. So
that's what I'm saying. It's just, I think there is a talent gap. Indiana's great. They're a good little team, but I think there is just a difference between, and we saw it last year when they played Notre Dame. We saw it last year when they played Ohio State. There is just going to be, to me, a difference where it's just you come into Autzen, and
that's kind of what I'm trying to compare it to last year when they went and played Ohio State away.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a different environment than what they're probably expecting. Like, they're expecting loud, but I don't think you really know till you get there.
See, and I'm seeing right now that line opened at 14, and in some books, FanDuel has it at 10.5.
Yeah.
DraftKings, ESPN Bet have it at 14 and 13.5 respectively. So they're given,
yeah, we'll see. We'll get to that next week. But the Vanderbilt game this week.
Oh, God. Dude.
I'm hoping for a Diego Pavia masterclass again.
Did you see what he said?
No, he always is running his mouth.
Well, of course. Yeah. He's the Curt Cignetti of quarterbacks.
Yeah, he is.
He said, let me find it.
He doesn't care if you have bulletin board material.
He says, and I quote, "If we play our game, it won't be close," end quote.
I do think that Vanderbilt can hang on the line of scrimmage. I think they can block Alabama.
I hope this doesn't backfire like that one Vanderbilt kid like 10 years ago. You know who I'm talking about?
I remember that. Yeah.
When he come to Vanderbilt,
it's
SEC football. It's different here, or whatever the hell he said. Then Alabama won like 56-0.
And then the other like marquee game is what is it? It's
Red River rivalry.
Miami, Florida State this week.
Oh, dude. And you want to talk about catching a team at a wrong time if you're Miami? Like, you're playing a Florida State team who's going to
be Gus Malzahn
pissed off.
And just a weird, like, it's Miami hasn't faced a quarterback that can run.
And this is where I do the whole back and forth, like, oh, give me Florida State. Like, this is a perfect spot for mine. But like, maybe
Florida State lock.
Maybe Miami is just different.
They could be that good. Like, that's the thing, is like they could, but Mario's gonna Mario at some point, right?
Yeah.
Carson Beck is gonna.
It's like Drew Aller. It's like he's gonna make a mistake. He's gonna fuck this up somehow.
It's almost like a James Franklin.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have a couple good wins. That big one on the road. They haven't left Hard Rock Stadium.
They haven't left the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Like, in this game, they're going to Florida State.
It sounds like Georgia.
Yeah.
That's what usually Georgia does.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's take a quick pause because I'm about to piss myself.
Yep.
My bladder is the size, I don't know what happened.
Pea-sized bladder?
Yeah, it is just bad. Just bad. All right, pause. How much do I have left to eat? Just out of curiosity. Let me polish this off real quick.
Just finish it.
Finish it.
Crushed.
Horse over here. My God. I've always said that it would be great if like teams that had sports had mascots that are animals, that if you got the whole stadium, every fan making that animal noise at the same time,
that'd be so ridiculous.
It'd be great. So you just like, you're at a Broncos game, just 60.
Everyone just looks absolute idiots.
Oh yeah, but
it's okay.
Yeah, just ducks, just, or if you could get a quack, 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 that'd be a great one. I've always thought that if you want just ear piercing noise for your opponents at the Miami Dolphins games, just punch it.
That would absolutely kill people.
Dude, yeah. They would find that very annoying very quickly. I don't know what sound like a bill makes, like a buffalo. I don't know. They just
just snorting.
Do Georgia Bulldogs fans, does everybody start barking at some point?
Or snorting? Those fucking Bulldogs.
Just can't breathe properly.
Yeah.
They're just nasal passages are all just
blocked.
Yeah. Whew. Well, we spent a lot on college football here. I don't know if we want to keep going or if we
I think we need to make a transition into.
Well, I know I told you that you could have made this a great football weekend by going to MetLife Stadium to go watch your Chargers play.
Yeah.
But it's probably a good thing you did do that.
Yeah. When I was at the DC airport, some chick I was just walking through, minding my own business. I had my Charger shirt on, of course. She goes,
"Ball time!"
She says, "How about those fucking Giants?"
No way.
I was like, God damn it.
It's like, yeah, you guys fucking suck.
I was like,
on your one win.
I was like, that was more mean than anything I heard yesterday at the stadium.
Go Giants!
How about them Giants, boy? I was like, God.
I'm like, fuck off.
The game just got over and she's already just laying into me.
Jackson Dart's gonna steal Herbert's girl.
Yeah. Madison Beer.
God.
I was like, God, lay off of me. Yeah,
Fuck.
brutal game.
Fuck
and I blame
off.
Adam Schefter for putting out that tweet about Justin Herbert going to set an NFL record for most amount of games not throwing a pick on the road.
Justin Herbert has a chance to set a record for least amount of interceptions on the road, and we'll have to see on Sunday.
And then he has 2.
He can get it done.
It killed me. I was like, what a fucking asshole. Me and my dad looked at each other. We were like, he just jinxed him, didn't he?
As soon as, it might have been me. I live bet the Chargers money line to win that thing.
Oh,
back-to-back weeks, and they didn't pull through this time.
It was absolutely pitiful. Our offense looked terrible.
Well, Joe Alt went out, and at that point,
dude,
you're trying to patchwork an offensive
line. We have
line
5 offensive line that are all dead. Like,
you could be Jesus Christ, and you wouldn't be able to have a good passing game.
And then Kayvon Thibodeau sacking Justin Herbert, and then dancing after, that was fucked up.
Yeah, Brian Burns had a pretty solid celebration too. This whole Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, I'm sick of him. Yeah, just bad all around. Bad week. You're gonna have those in the NFL, but I didn't think the first loss was gonna come to the New York Giants.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, like
we
didn't lose to the Giants.
They didn't have they don't have a win, and they're starting a rookie quarterback.
Jackson Dart going before that game, I was like, man, he is just a colossal douche. And then after that game, I was like, you know what? He's kind of a funny douche.
He was growing on you?
He was doing his little dance in the end zone. And,
yeah, I hate him.
And then him and Dable were about to make out at the end of the game. Like,
yeah.
It was there's something about him that just is he's funny. He kind of cracks me up. He's just a goofball. Now it'll make me even.
I'm glad you get a kick out of it, you know.
Hey, we had to have Russell Wilson just throwing absolute bombs on us in week 2. Okay, you think I like that? All right. I think I would have rather experienced what you went through.
So frustrating.
Actually, I don't know, because we ended up winning, so I can't really say I'd rather experience what you went through versus Russell Wilson just.
You didn't end up winning.
No, I'm talking about the when we played the Giants a couple of
years ago. Yeah.
Like having Russell Wilson when he's on the downside of his career, just throwing bombs every other possession and doing that, you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that was annoying. So I don't know if I'd rather go through that or Jackson Dart getting his first win as a rookie. Yeah, but that was rough.
Did you get your eyes on the Dublin game at all? Were you?
No, I woke up at
sleepy boy.
Yeah, woke up at like 9:15, 9:30 on Sunday, and then I was checking.
Did you get after it Saturday night after the win?
Well, we finished our post game show around like 10:30, 11.
Oh, I forgot that you did the post game.
We did the post game.
We actually put your post game show on in the car or the car ride back.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Found it on YouTube, I think.
Yeah. Streaming on YouTube, Twitch, even for the kids.
We put it on YouTube. They took my phone and they plugged it in and they're like, let's listen to that little post game.
Let's go.
Like, all right.
So yeah, I did that. And by the time I got back to my girlfriend's house, I don't know about you, but college football Saturdays, I'm always on a high for like another like 2.5 hours until the last game ends.
Oh yeah.
Where I can't go to bed until like 1 o'clock.
I would say, like, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm just hanging out around, I'll watch that last game.
I'll watch the last game. I'll put on college football live.
I'll immediately fall asleep, though.
Oh, dude. So
if I'm not out somewhere.
The game ends, I'll put on college football live on ESPN with those goofballs. I forget who's on that show.
And just watch all the highlights.
They just recap everything. Yep. And so I'll watch that. I'll jump on Reddit. I'll jump on Twitter. I'll just like... I'm like, I know I just watched all of this for the last 12,
let's hear the reactions,
but I want to recap, just make sure I caught everything. And so, yeah, I mean, Saturday night, I didn't go to bed until like 1:30, almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, you probably went to bed right when I was getting to bed.
Yeah. So when I woke up, it was at 9:30, so I could set the fantasy lineup, make sure we were all squared away. And I realized that DK Metcalf had already scored 30 points against me. And I'm like, all right, we're in a hole.
Yeah.
We're in a hole already.
That was a massive touchdown he had.
But we're going to climb back. We're going to fight. We're going to prevail.
We're going to claw.
We're going to knock off the number 1 team in the league. And,
massive.
I can't. I just, oh my God. Puka Nacua, just don't ever change. I love that.
Your boy, George Pickens, really helped me out there at the end against Smitty.
Hey, if people want to give shit to Jerry about trading Micah Parsons, you need to give him props for getting George Pickens. Okay. Yeah. I know Jerry, dude, there are sometimes Jerry pops up on the TV where I'm just like, oh, wow. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's
like,
old.
Dude, he looks terrible.
Yeah. He's
like, I don't know. Looking. Like, obviously he's like 82, but there was a clip after their game on Sunday that was going around on ESPN, and I was filling in on the Monday show, and it was just like a jarring, like literally, I just jumped back in my seat. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, it's the Crypt Keeper over here.
You're so old.
Yeah. Like, anyway, so this cow.
Oh, sweet God!
I didn't know Halloween arrived so early. That game Sunday night, though, I don't know how that ended up being a good game, because it was looking like I was about to throw out the tweet. I'm like, wow, after the sports weekend we just had, we're about to really end this thing with a dud.
I got that thing. I turned that thing on when I got off my flight. I was like, oh my God, what a shootout.
Well, that's Dak Prescott.
That's the Dallas Cowboys right now, the shootout.
Well, I think before the season I said, like, this team's going to have to score 30 to win any game. They're going to have to score 40 to win any game.
It's 40 now.
Yeah, it's bumped up. And they're not even going to be able to win at that point. They're going to have to score 41 to win games at this point. Yeah, I don't know how that game ended the way it did. Well, I do. I watched it. I know what happened, but
I don't actually know how.
Dude, I legitimately, I'm at my house. The Cowboys score to make it 13-10, I believe, or 13-9. And I tell my son, I'm like, hey, I'm running to Papa Murphy's. I'm getting a couple pizzas.
Go grab pizza.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay. It's right down the road. Like not far at all. When I get to the parking lot,
I know where it's at in Newburgh.
Yeah. Right on the corner there. Yeah. I get to the parking lot of Papa Murphy's and the Packers have the ball like with like a minute before halftime. And I'm like, all right, whatever, nothing's going to happen.
No biggie.
Turn the car off, go grab my pizzas, get back in the car, turn on the radio. Brandon Aubrey's kicking an extra point. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened in this game? I jumped on YouTube TV, rewound it, found it. And then Cowboys forced a fumble, scored on the very next play, and then they're up 16-13
if
going
that's
into
not
halftime.
Like the epitome of the NFL.
I was just like
you look away for a few minutes and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Dude, I was like, how they're leading this game at halftime, I have no idea. I can't tell you. Cannot tell you. But Dak looked great. Defense looked terrible, as usual. Might be the worst unit in all of football, that secondary. I found it fitting that in that first drive for the Packers, Jordan Love went deep and there was 2 wide open Packers players. Like not just one, there was 2 that were already behind the defense. I'm like, yeah, I was like, yeah. It cracked me up. This is how well I know this Cowboys team. I think it was in the second half at one point. I'm at home, I'm watching it. I'm in the kitchen, so I don't have a view of my TV from where I'm at. And, Mike Tirico's like, and the Cowboys get to Jordan Love. There's a sack. And I'm just like, I yelled at my son. I'm like, wait, Cowboys got a sack? And he's like, yeah, they got a sack. And I'm like, is there a flag on the play? Is there a penalty? And he pauses for a second. He's like, yeah.
Offsides.
And then sure enough, some penalty against the Cowboys negates the sack. And I was like, I knew it. I was like, I know this team way too well. Like, no way they can do something right.
He was either holding in the secondary or offside.
Yeah, I knew. I asked him immediately. I was like, wait, did they get a sack? He's like, yeah. I was like, is there a flag on the play though? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course there is. Right. Yeah. But yeah, that game was, it was a great game. Just stupid ending. Just dumb.
It's the tie.
Yeah. Just dumb.
Ties those always make me laugh.
Yeah. And it's just, it always makes me laugh how many players don't know that games can end in ties.
Oh yeah.
George Pickens in the locker room was like, I didn't know that could happen. Which George Pickens, I'm not surprised like that he didn't know.
There's some people though. It's like,
again, I'm like George Pickens. Oh, I'm shocked that George Pickens didn't know that.
Dude, if you're a professional player though, figure out the fucking rules to your game.
No, I hear you. It's it was.
Oh. Yeah. It was just another week in the NFL that is just kind of like wild. Like Cam Ward goes out and says, "Yeah, we ass." He's just like,
keep it a buck with you.
Keep it a buck. We ass. That little I started busting up laughing when he said that.
That's
to keep it a buck, we ass.
And then he goes on to say, "When's the last time the Tennessee Titans won a game?" I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like, dude, he's roasting his own team. This is hilarious.
I know. To keep it a buck, we ass.
You got that fire.
That cracked me up.
There was an insane stat on that game that it was the biggest blowout of an undefeated team from another undefeated team since like 1945. And it was, I don't know, the Punxsutawney, Thrashers or whatever. It was and one of the teams that played in that game in 1945, it was the only game they ever played. Like, I'm pretty sure after that game, they're like, yeah, we're done. We're not playing anymore. Like, it was some ridiculous stat. And then the Titans head coach wants to fight a reporter. Like, he was, oh my God, he was so pissed. Was that Brian is it Brian Callahan?
Callahan.
I know it's Callahan.
Yeah.
Nepo baby, but the reporter's like, does this team have that? Is this team relentless? Do you think this team is relentless and just, perseveres? And he's like, I know what you're doing. All right. I'm going to stop myself before I say something I don't want to say. I'm like, dude, this guy wants to fucking scrap.
He's had enough.
Yeah.
He already had to watch that game. Come on.
Oh, God. Yeah.
The Eagles with another special teams touchdown, pump block, and then doing the fake tush push for a touchdown.
Dude, whatever.
With a win.
I'm so fucking sick of them.
They're just like special teams. They just constantly keep winning games with special teams.
That was one game, though, where I was looking for live bets where Tampa was down early in that one, where I was like, the live bet spread was like 14.5. I'm like, dang. And I didn't jump on it. Fuck.
Dylan Gabriel going to get a start.
Yeah, here. Man. Where's Anthony Brown? Can we get him to start a game this week so we can have 5 former Oregon Ducks possibly starting this week?
Yeah,
is Shuck starting this week? Possibly 6.
No.
This is a good question because my buddy here at the station, Patrick Harris, he tries and he doesn't do it, but he always asks. He's like, Can I claim Cam Ward as a Coug? He's like, can I claim John Mateer as a Coug? And I'm like,
I mean, that was like,
I was like, I don't. Yeah. I'm like, if they're going into the NFL from a different team, I don't know if you can claim
it's
for tough. For that sake. You can Incarnate like, Word. It was claim Cam Ward.
Yeah, but it was just like 1 year. But like, yeah, still.
I was like, I don't know.
We do that with Dylan Gabriel now.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, he's a Duck, but he was an Oklahoma Sooner and a UCF Knight. Yeah. So it's like, what are the rules? What are the rules? Yeah. But if we can get Jaden Daniels sit out one more week, Tyler Shuck in there at quarterback for the Saints, and then Anthony Brown gets the call for who can he play for this weekend? Who's really struggling at quarterback?
Well, he was on the Ravens, and the Ravens need a quarterback now because Lamar's out for a little bit.
I'm sure Shedeur Sanders is regretting not saying he'll play for them.
I know.
Did you see today, by the chance, his...
Oh, yeah. He's being such a smart ass.
I'm just at a point where, and someone put this in a perfect way on Twitter. It was a tweet about Shedeur Sanders. And they're like, I hate how this guy makes me feel like an old boomer on Facebook.
Yeah.
Whenever I see his clips, because it's just like, he just does shit where you're just like, he doesn't respect the game.
Goddamn idiot.
Exactly. Like him, some of the shit he does. Yeah, here's the quote. I absolutely hate how much this guy makes me sound like a Facebook boomer, but good Lord, man. Who the hell do you think you are? And when I saw this today, I was like, honestly, I don't think I'm even like, I can't even muster up the anger anymore. Like this shit is just hilarious to me because it's not going to end well for me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just.
You don't think so, at least.
Imagine in 3 years, just Shedeur Sanders, another great game. 300 yards.
It took him a while to adapt to the NFL.
There's almost part of me that kind of wants that now.
Yeah.
It's like him to call his shot where he's like, quarterback play that you're seeing today, I could do better than that.
Yeah.
People are like, this fucking guy. Rex Ryan's fucking blowing a gasket on first take.
Did you see it was also cracking me up the Liam Cohen, Robert Saleh exchange after the game?
Yeah. Dude, Coach Beef is great.
Keep my name out your mouth.
I will fucking end your world.
I'll end it.
Just so much testosterone.
Just because he beats the Niners 26-21 finally, like.
Well, you heard Saleh earlier in the week, right? What he was saying, he's like, they have a legal sign stealing thing going on.
Oh yeah, that he's been, yeah.
And he was like, and then even afterwards, he's like, I was trying to be complimentary, I was trying to give them. I was like, dude, no, come on. No one ever says they have a sign stealing thing going on. And he even said, he's like, in regretfully, I probably could have used some different words to describe it, and that probably made things worse. But yeah, no one ever says like, oh yeah, they're stealing signs over there, but it's legal. It's cool.
It's like, yeah, not a big deal.
If someone accuses me of that, but even says it's legal, I'm going to be like, dude, fuck you. Like what are you talking about? Yeah, that was great. Coach beef is always great.
If there's anything that like describes the NFL, it's all of a sudden the Falcons beat the Commanders 34-27, and
after getting blown out by
then the Panthers get blown out by the Patriots the next week. It's
so I was doing this pick'em today.
Kidding me?
One of the shows here at our station, they do like a weekly pick'em, and sometimes I'll participate, sometimes I won't. Like, just shits and gigs. And I was trying to find that game this week of like what is the game where it's like, oh yeah, this team should win, but I'm gonna zag when everybody's zigging. And I'm trying to I think it's that Raiders Colts game. Raiders look bad. Indianapolis usually plays pretty well at home, but I'm gonna go Raiders. I think that's gonna be the game this week. that Pete schemes it up, and the Raiders somehow, some way, just get after Daniel. Max Crosby makes his life a never living hell. And as soon as I say it out loud, that Raiders offensive line is so fucking bad. Like,
after he's talking shit about JPJ, and JPJ goes and has a good week.
Is he back at center? Or
no, he played guard.
Still playing guard?
He played guard, but saying that he can't play center when he won the Remington, and it was like,
who said that?
Legit.
Who said he can't play?
Pete
Carroll was saying he couldn't play center?
That he's not going to play center. Like, he's not good enough to play center there.
I mean, okay, that's certainly a choice to say that. Like,
he's basically saying he'll never play center here as long as I'm coach.
I mean, all right. I think you need to maybe reevaluate that situation because it's not going great. Not him being at guard. I forget who the other goofball is that they have playing guard right now, but he sucks. They might not need to.
They had a devastating loss, block field goal.
Yeah,
block field goal to lose the game. Essentially,
I think there were more Bears fans in Allegiant Stadium for that game.
That's crazy.
It was insane how many Bears fans there were there.
There's a lot of Bears fans. I didn't even realize how many Bears fans there are.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Dan.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, he was pretty pumped when he's like, hey, we got off the plane. He said, hey, will you check that? See if the Bears, what that score is? Because he thought it was still going. I was like, Dad, there's not a chance that it's still going. He's like, oh, really?
You guys get back, Sunday at like 5, 6 o'clock or something like that? Or?
Yeah, we got in at like 7:40, like 7:45. I was like, Dad, your game started so much. He was so messed up with the
time shift.
He was like 4:25. At 4:25, the game started.
Back.
Yeah, like we're like, come on.
And even then, it's still over.
Like, that is one weird thing about watching the NFL too. Like, you gotta sleep in and everything, and then the NFL games haven't even started till 1.
Again, West Coast is just so much better.
Yeah,
so much better for football viewing. I wish there would people on the East Coast would realize that. And then they would give more credence to just West Coast football in general and give it its credit.
Again, it's just another week of just so many storylines always for NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you can go through every game and be like, oh, there's a storyline there.
Yeah. I mean, Steelers 3-1, looking good, looking really good. I think that was the other game that I had this week where the Vikings, I got Vikings on upset alert against the Browns in London.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Even though the Vikings have been there still?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
You don't like wins? Not a wins guy.
Absolutely not. Yeah. I got Vikings on upset watch. Watch out, baby. And then was it? Yeah, like the Falcons, my boy, Michael Penix. Rebound game. That was huge. Hate seeing it against Marcus. That's an Oregon-Washington battle at quarterback right there. So it pains me. But I was saying this maybe Monday. I don't know if it's Saturday. I was like, usually whenever I see a Washington player on the field in the NFL, I'm like, oh, fucking Husky, dude. But I am a Michael Penix stan. Like, I think it was just because we saw what he did against us. And it wasn't fluky. Like what he did against Oregon was not fluky.
He's
dude
so
is
frustrating.
He's so frustratingly good, is what it is.
At times, sometimes he sucks dick.
He was 20 of 26, 313 yards.
Go look up his stats against the Panthers.
That was 2 weeks ago.
I know.
What happened a week ago? What's the sample size that is closer? Yeah, I don't know.
That was a week ago he did that.
Yeah, that's a rebound game, baby.
It's just like,
listen, I should hate him, but I just can't. He was my favorite quarterback coming out of that draft because, again, I saw what he did to us. I'm like, dude, he's fucking good.
Did you hear that little story with his do-rag that he has?
No. Is he balding or something?
He has that do-rag on, and everyone like wants to know what he has under that do-rag, and he never he's like, now it's just a running joke for me. The only time I take that do-rag off is when I get in my car after practice or like a game, and my windows are tinted, so I got to roll it down for anyone to see me without it, because he's like, every single time I go to the facility or else on, I got it on.
Dude, my dad had a buddy, Billy McGraw, still is a good friend.
Billy McGraw,
great guy. I have never seen that dude's hair before because he's white.
Did he go golfing with you guys?
Yeah. Smitty knows Billy McGraw.
Yeah,
Billy's fucking awesome. He was wearing like some moccasin slippers out there on the golf course and was still striping it. It was great. Billy's awesome. And that dude, I've known him my whole life. And he's always wearing a do-rag or a bandana with like a hat on, with like a Lakers hat or a Dodgers hat. And I've never seen the top of that guy's head before. I don't think my dad's seen his hair since high school. Honestly, they've been friends since then for damn near 50 years.
That's hilarious.
Shout out Billy McGraw. Yeah, dude's a baller. What is it? Bills, whatever. You beat the Saints. Pat on the back. Good job.
Yeah.
Lions, you beat the Browns. Pat on the back. Good job. Actually put up points against the Browns, though. That's a good defense. Drake May and the Patriots. Huge game against the Panthers. I am officially out on Bryce Young. Probably should have been last year, but yeah, it's bad. It's gross. Hoping that my waiver wire claim goes in for Drake May tomorrow. So, fingers crossed there. Sorry, Jerome Ford. Don't need you anymore.
You can have them.
Yeah. We went over Giants, Chargers, Eagles, Bucks.
Briefly.
I just don't want to really spend time on that. That's Eagles annoy me, and I wish the Bucks would have won that. And Baker threw that pick late in the end zone. That really pissed me off too.
The Ducks took up a lot of the time today.
Hey, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I don't blame you for doing that.
Yeah.
Texans Titans really don't need to talk about that one. I will say though that this upcoming week, Texans Ravens play each other. Texans or Ravens are both 1-3. I believe there's only 6 teams in NFL history to start 1-4 or worse and to make the playoffs.
Okay.
So the team that loses the game between the Texans and Ravens, and I'm going with the Texans because they're probably not going to have Lamar Jackson. The Ravens, dude, they are in a bad spot. Like they have Matabuke is out for the year. They've got like 5. I think Marlon Humphreys.
They can't catch a break, really.
Marlon Humphreys is injured. They have like 5 other dudes on the defense that are injured. It's not going good. This could be a Ravens season where it's like, hey, it's your time to just have a bunch of injuries and you're going to go 7-10 and miss the playoffs.
Which is kind of crazy.
It is because they're perennially in it and having a good year, but this might just be the one where it's like, hey, it's just your time. The football gods have pulled your name out of the hat, and sorry, you're going to have a setback year.
Yeah.
Which will be intriguing going into next season because it's like, dude, if the Roosters are coming home to crow for John Harbaugh on that team here in the next couple of years.
The Roosters are coming home, baby.
Yeah, it's getting weird. It's getting weird there. Rams, big late touchdown, 88-yarder, longest touchdown pass in Matthew Stafford's career, I believe.
Oof.
To sneak that one out. Thank you, Puka Nacua, 13 catches, 170 and a touchdown. Fantasy team really appreciates that.
Do we, I was looking at, do we know if Jane Daniels is back this week or not?
I think it's still questionable at this point.
Because we could have a Herbert Mariota game.
Dude, another duck versus duck.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm down for that. I am very much. He is 9 hours ago. This comes from Nikki Jobvla. Commanders
Nikki
Jobvla. Sounds made up. Commanders reporter for The Athletic 9 hours ago said Jaden Daniels had a brace on his knee. But he says it feels better than it did a week ago. I plan on going out there Sunday. So yeah, is what he said.
All right.
Dang.
Not looking good for the duck versus duck then.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we might see Jaden Daniels. Personally, I hope he does play, and then Washington still loses. That'd make me pretty happy. I'd be down for that, especially against your Chargers. I want the Chargers to start 4-1.
I need them
and bounce back week, much needed. Omari and Hampton looked good though. Had a big run.
Yeah,
got to be happy about that.
Yeah, he's looking pretty dang good, man. Yeah, I know it's probably going to take him a little bit to get going, but I'm loving it.
Some other games on the slate this weekend that got me intrigued. Buccaneers going to Seattle. That's huge. Very intrigued to see what happens in that game. Just from the sense of like, are the Seahawks legit? Obviously, you're at home. You get the home field boost there.
I'm
going with the Seahawks in that. I in my pick 'em, I took them.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks are an interesting one to me. Like it's so week to week.
It is.
But you can find some spots where they really show up. At least that defense.
Yeah. Yeah. Cowboys, they'll get a dub against the Jets. That goes without saying. Broncos at Eagles. That'll be intriguing to see if Broncos can put it together 2 weeks in a row. And then Chiefs Jags Monday night. Are the Jags for real? I don't think so. Quite frankly, I think you need to put Tootin in a little bit more, get him a few more reps, but that's just me.
Did you start him last week?
I did, but guess who was on my bench, who I claimed off the waiver wire? Woody Marks. And he had an absolute game for the Texans last week.
Woody Marks had a game?
He had like 28 fantasy points. He had 2 touchdowns. Dude, he went off. And guess who's starting this week for me?
Woody
Marks. Woody Marks and Quinshon Judkins, baby. Let's
go. What a pairing.
Oh, dude.
2 rookies.
Man, it is just a patchwork in that running back room right now. Whoever plays the best, you're getting the reps, okay? You're getting in there.
Who's ever showing up at practice?
Dude, yeah. If you are if you're a warm body, you're starting at running back at this point. We're getting to 3-2.
Sounds like my quarterback position.
Oh God, dude. This is, I think, fake marble. Maybe there's some fiber wood in here, but knocking on wood, we stay healthy.
Oh.
All right. What is that? I think we're good.
Yeah. I gotta take a piss too now.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about it.
I'm about to piss myself.
And
go home, get some food.
Need to eat. Yeah. Need to eat.
Curious what the girlfriend's whipping up for me.
Ooh.
She's trying to clear out the fridge. She's going to Portugal and Spain this Saturday. Not at the same time. That's impossible. But
for a few weeks or what?
A week and a half, I want to say. So I'm sure she's trying to clear out the fridge.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'm a vacuum cleaner. I'll help her out with that. I'll destroy everything that's in there. Whatever bok choy, whatever weird Asian dish she has, I'm eating it. All right, that does it for 31. I'm glad we spent as much time on that duck stuff.
Yeah, enjoy the bye week, stretch out, recover.
But it's a work week.
Yep, get ready for the next.
All right, for Tanner, appreciate you as always,
sir.
And we will catch you all next week.
Peace.